So I was just reading an article about the impact if Trump got elected president, what could happen to real estate. Very interesting article, and I'm going to give you a few different scenarios that I've been kind of thinking about and really researching and been reading about. What if the Democrats win the presidential election, and what if the Republicans win? So first, let's talk about Trump, because I know that Trump is a pro-business type of person. That he is business. He's a real estate guy on top of that. So he's probably going to have a whole bunch of things so that real estate investing and ownership is incentivized. Now, that usually means lowering interest rates. And also lowering interest rates doesn't just help the homeowners, it boosts the entire economy. It allows the economy to get a big stimulus. And the side effect of that is that prices of real estate go up. Because if, let's just say, for example, that the effective interest rate that you pay for a mortgage goes to 4 or 4.5%. Do you think a lot of people are going to go out there and buy? I do. I think a whole bunch of people who are sitting on the sidelines or just can't give up that loan that they currently have, which might be 3 or 4 or maybe 4.5%. They're going to get off their butt and they're going to do something. They're going to list their house. And we do have quite a bit of inventory, but we still don't have record high inventory. We just have a lot more than we've had in the last 3 to 4 years, pretty much since the pandemic started at the beginning of 2020. So they're going to list, and they're going to want to sell their house and then buy their house on the same day, which is basically a contingency plan. It's like they want to sell with the contingency of being able to buy their next house, which is a great plan. I've helped many people buy and sell homes this way, where they were able to close on literally the same day, where they loaded up the truck the night before and then they unloaded the truck right after closing. Now, Trump wouldn't be doing this just to help real estate. He would be doing this as a big master plan to really incentivize the entire economy to go forward. But obviously, real estate people would win, and the mortgage people would win, and the general population would also win, especially the ones buying with low interest rates. Not everyone uses banks to finance their purchase. Some people buy cash, and the cash buyers might suffer a little unless they move real quick, because what happened in 2020 and 2021 is that the first movers advantage happened. The ones that really took a step and just offered and picked up the house that they were able to get. They ended up winning because the prices kept going up and up and up. And literally the people who bought in 2021, which was just a few short years ago, they are up 40, 50% on the value of their home compared to today, when even with today's inventory levels and today's pricing. So the first mover's advantage will happen again if our rates drop. Also, the mortgage lenders, mortgage lenders are going to have a field day, because they're going to not only capture all of the purchases, but they're also going to capture all the refinancing that's going to happen. And you better believe there's going to be a lot of refinancing. And by the way, if you're wondering where I am right now, I am at GT Bray Park in Bradenton, Florida. I'm just taking a nice little walk out here. Honestly, I don't know when was the last time I've been at this park, but it's been probably a very long time, many years. So anyway, let's get back into the situation of who else is going to win. The entire economy will. Literally, people like contractors, companies that are supply shops like Home Depot or any tile supply or anything really, they're all going to win, because it's going to be another reliving of what we had in 2020 and 2021. So that's going to boost the economy. But is there a catch to this? And I'm going to say yes. There is, a repercussion that will come out of it, probably about 2 years down the line. The first one is that, what goes up must come down a little bit, meaning it's not going to come down as much as it went up. But usually when there's a big spike, like there was recently in prices of real estate, it usually kind of backtracks a little bit once the frenzy is over. Right? We've seen it a little bit. Even though our prices keep going up, the demand has come down. And if we don't have interest rates coming down to save us, we're probably going to see some prices coming down real soon. And by real soon, I mean within a year or two. So that leads me to, what if Biden wins, or the Democrats? Because, hopefully Biden will be alive, but I don't know. He's an old man. So let's just say the Democrats win the election. What can happen? What can we expect to happen in real estate? Well, I'm not seeing anything good. That's the reality from my perspective, which doesn't mean I'm right, okay? What do you think is going to happen if Biden wins? Please just pause this video for a second and write, if Biden wins, and then fill in the rest of the sentence. I kind of want to know, especially from the people that really love Biden. Tell me what is good that's going to come out for real estate, and maybe that's a price drop, continual price drops. That is something that I am seeing that could happen, because I'm not expecting his policies to help the economy. In fact, so far, everything that I've seen has kind of been leading us closer towards war, World War III, unfortunately. And even though war does stimulate the economy, it doesn't stimulate home purchases, and it doesn't stimulate job growth necessarily. Sometimes it does, but not always. I'm not seeing anything really good come out of that, but I definitely don't see the rates coming down. And if the rates stay high, then just look at where we are right now, and let's continue this trend a little further. Inventory has been going up for a good year straight, at least in my area, Sarasota, Florida. And as inventory goes up and buyer demand starts slowing down and then eventually coming to a creeping crawl, then prices will come down. That's just inevitable. This is the law of economics. This has nothing to do with real estate per se, but it will affect real estate dramatically. So, and I say dramatically because real estate is most people's largest assets. So when people have their largest asset and they're struggling to pay the bills because unemployment is going up, because somebody, one of the breadwinners of the household lost their job, or something else going on, well, there's some tough decisions to make. And one of those decisions is to sell the house and become renters. And I do believe that will happen if we have a Biden presidency. Now, on the contrary, let's talk about Trump for a moment again. If Trump comes in and wins, and he doesn't decrease the interest rates, I think it's going to be only a temporary, doesn't, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. But I think during Trump's presidency second term, I think he will bring it down, because not just him, it's not just him as a person, it's also the Republicans in general. They like to loosen the tax code, which means give more incentives to people to do, what they want to do to make money, basically. Republicans are pro-big business, so they will help big business to make money, which doesn't mean steal from the small guy. It just means that there's incentives. So in general, they're pro-business, right? So, and then they cut back on the spending of all the social work. Sometimes they don't cut back, sometimes they just don't expand, By the way, this is a really nice park here. And I am a real estate agent in case you want to buy something in Sarasota, Florida. So reach out to me. All my contact info is below. But really, if you like this video, or if you like my videos, just please subscribe. Please make a comment, like it, share it. I don't know, just anything you could do to help me out. I'd really appreciate it. So with all the stimulus that Trump would give to boost business, which, one of the biggest ones is obviously cutting the interest rates, I think what would happen is more jobs will get created. And with more jobs comes more income for the, for the American people. With more income comes the want of home ownership. And with that comes purchasing homes. And now, what will happen to home prices? They're going to go up again. That's what will happen. I'm telling you right now. If we have rates drop to 4.5%, mark my words, clip this video, whatever, I'm telling you, prices will go up. Our inventory will go back down. Our demand will definitely go up. And what are we going to be left with? we're going to be left with another situation, maybe not as dire as last time, but another situation where supply and demand are out of balance. And when that happens, because we're pretty much in balance right now, even though our inventory has been rising dramatically, we're pretty much in balance with the months of inventory of homes is right around 6 months, and that's nationwide. So we're in balance, but we will go very, very skewed off balance again, which means that what goes up must come down. So we're just going to delay the moment at which prices will come down to a time when the rates go back up again, or people lose jobs, or maybe economic uncertainty for a different reason, or maybe chaos. Maybe the grid will go down, or something that will cause chaos for the American people, and then people will be desperate to sell and so on. So what do you think? Am I on the right track? I mean, please just make a comment. Tell me if I'm totally off, or if you have anything to add. I'd be really willing to listen.